and I had to deal with that. Everyone in their life have their own scars, their own problem, their own block in mind. But there are ways to deal with that, because being conscious of what you need will give you the chance to improve and to actually manage your life in a positive way and not toxic. Not toxic. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Live for Wonders. Today we are going to talk about something that people don't like very much when you start to talk about is the past. Your life, your past life. Why I'm saying that people don't like very much? Because when I start to ask certain things, they remember, yes, beautiful moments, but also other horrible moments that maybe when they start to, come back to your memories, they will make you feeling a little bit, sad. Maybe you start to cry, and it is absolutely normal. But why is so important the past? Today I want to explain you that actually your past is something that you don't need to get rid of, but you can actually keep as a value. And even in the most tragic moment, even in the most sad moment, not only you can make something from it, because it is of course common sense, but you can transform that emotion in something that when you recall it, you won't suffer anymore, but you will be grateful to be through certain things, because the things that you learned are so precious that you actually wouldn't be anywhere else in that moment and doing anything else. So this is what I want to achieve today with you. And I start to talk about the past in this way. Past is like a chest, okay? When you open it, everything comes out. And usually, the first thing that, when I ask you to think about the past, the first thing that you think about are the childhood, not what you did yesterday. You start from the beginning, from maybe the first memories, right? And they are so cute. Sometimes I remember mine, and I remember that I was really happy. And guess what? I always had that kind of feeling that I could obtain everything in my life, and actually whatever I asked, I obtained. And there I understood how the law of attraction worked, actually. But this is a content for another video. But and another podcast for those of you that are just listening. But yeah, I'm talking about that kind of past. And sometimes when we think about our childhood, for a moment we feel like we are still a child. And guess what? We still are a child, because life is something that you used to learn every single day. You learn things every single day, even just one moment before your death, you learn something. We even learn why we are dying. We learn how is the suffering, how maybe is everything that is connected to that moment, feelings, emotions, everything you can think of. Even the smell, sometimes, right? The smell that is around you, probably. But one thing that we attribute to the past is the power of dictating what we are now and what will be the future. Why I'm saying this? Because if you are convinced yourself, because in your past you had situation where you learned, or let's say not learned, but someone told you that you weren't so intelligent or maybe so lucky or whatsoever, you still remember that, and maybe you project that moment in your future. And doing this is absolutely trash. Why? Because you are not the same person. And in that moment, if someone told you something wrong, or even something to damage you, you need to understand that that moment was in a moment where you maybe were fragile. But you are not the same person. We change constantly. We change every single day. We change every single second. We improve ourselves every single second. The mistake that I made in the past, they won't be repeated because I learned the lesson. But we still have that in mind. And sometimes it's so vivid, sometimes maybe it was so shocking that we still repeatedly feel like it was happening yesterday. But remember that, one, people that hurt you, probably they don't even remember that moment. And second, that moment is in the past. And now you have all the rights to live your future as you want. So it's a kind of a reset. Every single time you have this kind of feeling that the past is coming back to you and is hurting you, stop for a moment, just breathe, and say, I'm not that person anymore. And I could handle that situation better, way better than I did in the past. Even with relations, I've seen, and this is a little critic, I'm sorry, but this is what I'm seeing. I've seen so many people that are talking about, law of attraction, meditation, mindfulness. Everyone is obsessed about how to get back the person that you loved. Why do you want to get back a person that you loved? Even if that person left you yesterday, let's say. But that person has no respect of you, probably. Or maybe if he or she or any other pronoun left you is for some reasons. So you can't attract someone that is not maybe in love with you. Why you would do that? For having something, for having something back that doesn't work? Why do you want a sick and madness, a sick relation in your life, a madness in your life? Why do you want to do that? Instead of accepting what happened, they are suggesting you, and I'm sorry, but they are doing wrong, literally wrong. Even a psychologist tell you the same. They are telling you that you can get back thanks to the law of attraction. The person that you love is wrong, is absolutely shit. Don't believe them. Don't ask for that. Because surely you won't get back that person. And if you do, it's just because they are interested in something else, not your person. Can happen that maybe two people that been together for a long time, they left each other for a long time, they won't stay together, and then they come back together. But because they've grown, because they needed that space, that moment for themselves to realize that they needed to stay alone. There are moments in your life that you really need for yourself. There are moments where you need to be with someone, and there are moments where you need to be alone. And I learned this lesson by myself. I always been obsessed to have someone when I was 20, and in the 30s, when I learned that actually I was just producing myself traumas, because you want that person and that person and that person, but you're not getting them. It's because I didn't change. I wasn't ready for the relation, and I was obsessed to have someone because I had problems in my past, and I didn't want to solve those problems. I didn't want to face them. I needed someone else in my life because I couldn't live by myself, because I didn't feel like I could actually manage myself, and I needed, that kind of affection and things that I shouldn't find in a stranger, but in my family probably. And if my family wasn't able to give me that, I just need to live with that in my mind. You can't project yourself in relations when you know that maybe they are not fitting you, or maybe you want just a relation, even if it's so sick. I have in mind few people that they do that. I'm not telling them anything else because I already told them so many times. They are just trying to find, even the most shitty relation just for not being alone. But this is crazy. This is crazy. I am now in a relation, yes, but I didn't look for that. literally came out by themselves. All the relations that I had in the last few years, they came up by themselves because I was focusing on what I wanted to do by myself in my life. And yes, of course, I had that kind of feeling that something was missing in my life in terms of affection, in terms of feelings, but that was related to my past. And I had to deal with that. Everyone in their life have their own scars, their own problem, their own block in mind. But there are ways to deal with that. Because being conscious of what you need will give you the chance to improve and to actually manage your life in a positive way and not toxic. And in other cases, for instance, I've seen, people wanting to, keep going in a relation even though the things weren't going well. And I've seen other people coming back after years, completely changed. So they were new people, new person that went together, and at that point worked, but it's not always like that. Everyone dreams about, the Cinderella happy ending, let's say, but it doesn't work like that. That is a fable and can happen maybe once in a million, but even if it's not true, what matter? You're worth enough to live by yourself, and you have friends, you have people that support you. Those are your family. Those are the people that you have to deal with and you want to deal with. And if you have a toxic friendship, just get rid of, because it won't give you anything more than trouble. So this is why it's important to live in the present and not live in the past. So being conscious that you are here now. Everything is in the past, and even the future. Trust me, the future would be fantastic if you live the present in a better way, not struggling about, oh my God, what happened if? That is a trap that society makes you, to make you anxious, to make you depressed, because you don't maybe believe in yourself, or they are just attacking you, making yourself believing that you are not worth enough. And this is the reason why I suggest you to get rid of all the useless Instagram profiles, Facebook profiles, YouTube channels that are not working for you, with you. I did that and I feel so much better, seriously, and I don't have any fear to tell you to do the same. And if you want to know more, just leave me a comment down below and I will tell you. Just ask me for making a specific video on how to get rid of them, if you feel like you are not able or capable to do so. So leave a comment down below. The chat box and the comments are always the best way to let me know what you need to know, what you need to actually experience. So don't miss out that chance, okay? And as well, if you want more videos, if you want to watch more videos about me, don't forget to subscribe and to press the bell. Press the like button to tell me that maybe this video was useful, and share it with friends or with people that maybe they need to hear these words, okay? Same thing if you're listening to the podcast. I always forget to say this, but actually you can do the same with the podcast. Like the podcast, share it. Is important, because I'm not here just, to spend time with a camera. I'm here to actually try to improve your life as well. So, for today is everything. I wish you all the best. Don't forget to live for wonders. Don't forget to comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.